Hello, and welcome to episode 33 of Movies and Us. I am Marcus.
He sure is. I'm TJ.
And that is TJ, yes. And this is the movie review show that reviews podcast movies from the beginning or something.
That's not the intro at all.
It's close enough. Let's do this. Today, shall we do that or no?
You're fine. It's your intro. I don't give a shit.
That's good enough. I don't care. They're here for the 33rd time? That's hard to say. They're here for the 33rd time. Today we're reviewing the 2003 release of, 2003-2004 release of Daredevil. And why I say 2003-2004, because I watched the 2003 version, and TJ watched the 2004 director's cut. So we're going to have some fun with this review. This movie clocks in at 103 minutes. My version did at least. How long was yours?
2 hours and 13 minutes.
Yeah, an extra half hour, I believe, right?
Yep.
Exciting. The budget was $78 million, with the box office of $179.2 million. In 2003, that makes that worldwide box office in 29. That's pretty low. 29? Yeah. I was shocked it was that low. Kill Bill came out that year. That's only 27, but the top 5 of that year... Yeah, we'll do top 10 next in a few weeks. Top 5 of that year was Bruce Almighty, number 5. Number 4, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Number 3, The Matrix Reloaded. Number 2, Finding Nemo. And number 3, the king of the box office with $1 billion. Jesus. $1.1 billion. Can you guess what it is?
Avatar.
That's way off. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
I don't know. None of them are superhero movies, though.
No, that's why I didn't do top 10. Top 10 has... Interesting. There's 2 Matrix movies. Oh, that's right. That was the year of the Matrix. That's right. 2 Matrix movies that year. But yeah, one of them in the top 10 is superhero. Another one in top 15. But yeah, that's the box office. Daredevil was directed by Mark Steve Johnson. What else did this man direct? Do you know?
No idea.
Let's look him up real quick.
You're asking the wrong person in these kind of questions.
I know. He also directed Grumpy Old Men. No, he wrote Grumpy Old Men. He helped write Ghost Rider in 2007. Interesting. Director. He also directed did things I've never heard of nor cared about. Oh, yeah, shit. Okay. Simon Birch. 1998 movie. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. You ever see that movie, Simon Birch?
The name sounds familiar, but...
Yeah, it came out in 1998. It's about a young boy with stunted growth is convinced that God has a great purpose for him. I think it's like a TV movie, it feels like. But yeah, I think he dies in it or something because he dies of hypothermia. Spoiler alert. Oh, shit. Anyways, directed by Mark Steven Johnson. Screenplay by Mark Steven Johnson. Produced by Arnon Mission.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Foster, Avi Arad.
I actually think it's Arnon Mikan.
Mike, whatever his name is, yes. Starring Ben Affleck, Jen Garner, Michael Clark Duncan, Colin Farrell, Joe Pantoliano, John Favreau, and David Keith. Cinematography we don't care about, edited by, and produced by. Do we care about? No. Distributed by. That's it, huh?
Did you say how much the money makes?
Yeah, I did that in the box office.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
You never pay attention. But yeah, anything you want to talk about behind the scenes wise, or like you found it interesting at all? I didn't find this.
There's a lot of casting changes and stuff like that.
That's typical.
Yeah, but nothing really. The only thing I found really interesting is, where is it? Let me find it real quick. Ben Affleck, just like in the film, and said that it inspired him to take the role of Batman and Batman v Superman, because that's a movie he wants to do. He wants to be part of that Batman. Part of it was because he wants to do movies right, because it's going to be a good version.
Which honestly, I guess, I don't know. Seeing this movie, I saw the weaker of the two apparently. I didn't think he was that bad in it.
Oh no, so I didn't think he was bad at all. And honestly, I know all the critics and stuff are saying he was like the worst part of it, but I disagree.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was.
They even say that Daredevil himself was kind of bland and boring, and I didn't see that either.
No, neither did I. Now, we say this after watching one viewing, but I guess after this, us watched through, we'll think less of it. But yeah, no, I didn't find him... I guess maybe it was just the writing, / directing, however they made him act it out. But him himself, he just did the part, I feel.
Yeah, I don't think it was terrible by any means.
No, not at all. So I never got the hate for it. Even when I was younger, why do people hate this movie? Anything else we'll talk about before we get into this?
The universe number is 701306.
Cool. Oh, God. I'm sorry. It was just... I had to take like a 10-minute nap in this movie, honestly.
Yeah, that was about that movie. I also got I watched it on DVD like you did, right?
Yeah, but I didn't get any trailers. I never get any trailers.
I had trailers. I had to go into special features to find them, but I had trailers.
I'm not doing all that. Well, hold on. Continue while you do this.
I got a trailer for iRobot.
The Will Smith vehicle of Shia LaBeouf.
And I also got one for Alien vs. Predator.
Oh, man. Alien vs. Predator. I used to love that movie so much, TJ. I used to quote it back and forth. Did you watch the trailers or no?
Yeah, but they were both kind of like teaser trailers.
Oh, that's upsetting.
It was like the Alien vs. Predator one just kept showing close-up shots of different parts of the different monsters, and then eventually at the end they showed their faces. It's like, okay. And then the iRobot one was just like a commercial for the robots in it, like the next generation of robot.
Oh, that's pretty cool, I
mean,
guess.
I actually don't know because I never saw that movie.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've even seen the Alien vs. Predator. I think I've seen parts of that too.
God, you always surprise me more and more every time you say movies you haven't seen. But they're good movies. They're mediocre movies of the 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, told you I haven't watched a real movie besides a superhero movie past the 1999. So.
Well, to a lot of people, superhero movies are real movies, TJ.
That's why I said except superhero movies.
Yeah, but that's whatever. It just sounds like we say it that way.
I said real movies as in, like, I don't watch movies unless it's superhero movies.
There we go. That sounds better. Because we say, I haven't seen a real movie except for super. It just sounds like you're not saying superhero movies are real movies.
No, I'm not Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, exactly. You sound like him for a second.
I am by no means the film snob in this. I think movies are too long, and he's a perfect example of making too long movies.
There's a reason I haven't watched The Irishman or would never watch The Irishman. I'm not watching a 3-hour plus movie.
I don't know if I actually have ever seen any of his movies.
My heart just stopped a little bit when you said that.
I actually don't think I didn't.
His most popular one was The Departed. You see that one?
No.
Really?
No. What was his older movies?
Oh, Casino.
Oh, I did see Casino.
Goodfellas.
And I did see Goodfellas.
And see, I like Casino more than Goodfellas personally. He's on.
Yeah, me too.
Taxi Driver.
I thought he did Godfather. Is that a different guy?
That's Francis Ford Coppola.
Okay, yeah, I never seen those movies either.
He did The Age of Innocence.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see Taxi Driver.
Mean Streets.
No idea what that is.
He pretty much did everything like earlier mafia New York City movies. Like
I think the only ones I've seen is Goodfellas and Casino.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, I was thinking. Oh, what else?
And only because they were on TV.
God, you seen the TV? You, TJ.
Yeah, I never watched the actual movie versions of those things. So
Raging Bull, that's what I was thinking of. Raging Bull?
Never saw that either.
Irishman, his more recent one. That's 3.5 hours long.
Is there like a shorter, inferior version that I can watch?
3.5. You understand how long 3.5 hours of a movie is, TJ?
Yes, I've seen Endgame.
But see, at least of Endgame, it's kind of original. Irishman, I haven't seen it, but it's Scorsese, so it's like it's old men being a mafia. I don't need to see that. That's stupid.
I don't think Endgame's very original. It's very comic booky.
But it's like original, like as in comic movie wise. I don't think we've seen it kind of before.
Not as a movie, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I've seen an Italian mobman movie multiple times before.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm not saying Endgame is like the most original movie ever. No. It's just to scream we haven't seen something like that, I guess.
But yeah, I watch superhero movies, so I have sit through long movies.
That's fair. Whew, man, I might pick one of that. I might pick that as our review movie one day.
That is your choice. You can choose whatever you want to choose.
Okay, sorry for going on a little tangent.
I can't guarantee I won't hate you for it, though. I'm still scarred from the last one you picked.
I would hate myself, honestly, if I picked that, and Mandy was not that bad.
It was terrible.
It wasn't that bad.
Actually, as time goes on, I think it might be the worst movie we've watched.
I hate you. No, it's not.
The further we get away with it, my memories get even worse and worse of it.
Honestly, at this moment, the worst movie I think we've watched so far was Blade 2. No. Which one broke me? Batman Forever? Batman and Robin. Whatever the terrible Batman one was. Batman
from objectively level, I think you're right. But I kind of like that movie because it broke me so much. And it proves me right, so...
I hate you.
So, it's kind of hard for me to judge it.
Man, my bottom three so far, I would definitely say is that Batman and Robin. Blade 2, that movie really sucked.
It's just funny that how bad your nostalgia is.
Yeah, this is why I don't like to go back to my memories, TJ. Supergirl wasn't that bad, honestly. It was bad, but like not spit in your face bad.
I mean, it was at the time we watched it because we didn't have that many movies and they're about at the time, but...
Yeah, that was our 9th movie we did. I said my 3rd place bad movie is the Batman Phantasm one.
You're so wrong about that.
I'm so right about that. That movie was so blah.
Completely wrong about that movie.
Okay, let's start this dumb review. Okay, we start off with our Marvel page flip intro. It's I think our 2nd or 3rd one, 4th one, whatever. It's a trend now, so get used to it, guys. Then we start off. We have like, on your home screen, by the way, I have my first note. Was your lettering like in Braille for a little bit?
On my home screen? What do you mean?
On your DVD homepage. Like mine started off as Braille. Like, why is that even a thing? That's stupid. And then
I don't know what you're talking about. What's a homepage?
Are you being sarcastic?
No.
The main screen on the, like, when you put your DVD in, it pops up, say...
The menu screen?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get Braille on mine.
Don't laugh at me.
Like, what the hell are you talking about?
The menu screen, yes. Yours, like, mine popped up with a Daredevil vision, and then it popped up with Braille writing. Like, why is this... I can't read Braille. Why is that a thing? It's dumb.
I don't know. It's not like a blind person can read it either.
Exactly. Like, I get you going for 3, guys, but, like, take it down a few notches. Anyways, in the movie, we start off the Marvel flip screen, then the Daredevil vision over the city. And it's a cool intro. I like the Daredevil vision a lot in this movie, actually. They overdo it to a point, but it's enjoyable at first.
Yeah, it's a good way to show what's happening in his perspective.
Yeah, like, it's not too, like, in your face. It's, like, black and blue. It's not, like, too, like, jarring. But we have some voice Ben Affleck voiceover.
You didn't say the city credits.
City credits?
Yeah, the credits over the city.
Do I need to say that?
We always talk about the credits.
Well, like, I just pretty much said the background was that. Like, what else about it?
You said Daredevil vision. I thought you were already jumping into the movie.
Oh, I was, but like, credits over the city?
Wait. I'm seeing it now. Oh, in the credits, when they're showing the pictures of the city.
Oh, and yeah, they're Braille too. That's so dumb.
It goes from Braille to the names.
That's really stupid. I guess if you want to learn Braille, I guess it's a good way to begin learning Braille.
But from what I understand, to learn Braille, it's all about touch. So looking at it.
Well, I guess from a visual standpoint, since we can see, we can touch it and like, okay, that's A, that's B, that's whatever.
I guess.
But yeah, it definitely is touch and memorization. So I don't fucking know. But yes, we pan up and during up a church building. And this movie is really dark, by the way. So most of it's at nighttime.
So I'm gonna get this out of the way right now.
Yeah.
This movie takes a lot of shots from the comics.
Oh, really?
Like that cross shot there is from straight out of the comics.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with this particular story.
I thought so, because I know the TV show delves into stuff a lot more than this movie did.
So a good summary, they do follow a lot of things that happen in the comics in this movie, but it's like a summarization of all Daredevil comic, if you get what I mean.
It's like a collage book of like the highlight reel, like, oh, this happens in this movie, in the books.
Yeah, and they kind of just tacked on a story to connect it all together.
It felt like that, but like it didn't feel messy. It just felt like this is like kind of important in the books.
It was a cohesive story. It all connected. It's just they took big moments from the comic books and just threw them in there essentially. Yes. So it's just like this is the best of Daredevil here, which is. I never liked the summarization movies.
No. But I guess at the time that's what it was, because they didn't know.
Well, not really, because X-Men focused on one story at a time.
No, yeah, that's fair. That's true. That's very fair.
And like even Spider-Man just focused on Green Goblin.
Huh. Yeah. So I wonder why they went that route with this one.
I mean, like, I know if it's a one-off movie, you kind of want to just summarize because this is the movie we're going with, but...
Yeah, because they planned a sequel for this, so you're right. It's very weird.
I didn't like that part of it, but...
Yeah. To mention one of the producers, we mentioned Jon Favreau, and he's very popular, obviously, in the Marvel Universe because he directed the Iron Man series, and it helped kickstart the whole
He's like the president of Marvel, isn't he?
No, the president of Marvel, or the guy I'm going to mention right now is Kevin Feige. And he was
right.
Yes, he was one of the co-producers on this movie. And
right. Feige's... Jon Favreau is... Okay.
And Feige was one of the guys who helped push the director's cut when you watched. Some people might credit him to being why it's like one of the better Daredevil versions. But yes, pick it out there now. But yeah, this movie's dark filmed. Cinematography is really dark and dreary.
The story is dark too.
And I was surprised. We'll get into it, but I was really surprised. Like, I don't remember this movie that dark.
Oh, there's another what is it called? Background thing? What do we call that part where we talk about what happened behind the scenes? There you go. That's what I was trying to say.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll cut that out. Don't worry. I'm not going to cut it out.
I don't give a crap. The behind the scenes, this was banned in Malaysia.
Yeah, that's what I want to mention. Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting.
So for excess violence, I was like, okay. Your version was PG-13, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was still honestly like more violent than I expected.
And mine was rated R, so.
I can't imagine how. Was yours bloody? Was it like.
No, not really. I mean, there was blood in it, but it wasn't like.
Over the top gore.
Yeah, no, nothing noticeable.
One of my favorite lines in this movie is, what do you want? Justice. This movie reminds me a lot of Batman before Batman.
Well,
this is Dark Knight before Dark Knight.
Daredevil this movie has a lot of superhero tropes in it too.
Yes.
Like, especially in the dialogue.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're just going to get corny lines because they're corny.
And that's why I don't blame Ben Affleck for this movie.
No, I actually like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I didn't like Jennifer Garner that much in this. Well, no, I did like. Who didn't? I was like, I
like Jennifer Garner.
She was better than I expected in this. We were like, oh yeah, she's really good.
Well, she's used to doing action filming and stuff like that. She did Alias and stuff, so.
I watched like everyone in this movie.
Yeah, the acting's not bad at all.
Why does the movie get hated on? Whatever, people suck. I guess Colin Farrell's a little too much in it, I guess. But as Bullseye, we'll get to him. I'm sorry. Let's get this.
We're not there yet.
Yeah. So yeah, climbing up the church, almost called pyramid. Outside the church, we get to the top, and it's Daredevil
on top of the ziggurat.
Cigarette?
You don't know what a ziggurat is?
No.
It's a pyramid, but instead on the top, it's flat.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think that's what a ziggurat is.
On top of the synagogue. I can't even say it. Synagogue.
Ziggurat.
I would say synagogue. On top of this mosque, on top of this building of worship.
It's a church. It's a church.
I know it's a church.
It's got a cross on top of it.
I'm messing with you. I know it's a church.
Matt Murdock has always been Christian.
I know.
So, I think. Anyway.
It was Catholic.
Yeah, Catholic. I'm sorry. Same difference. Really.
Hey, don't you dare start a religious war in our comments.
Whatever. Roman Catholic, Christian. It's all this goddamn same thing.
It is. Daredevil's at the top hugging this cross of the church. We go to cut inside the church. He's coming down all bloodied and everything. His father, pastor, whatever. Pastor. I never could get that right.
I think it's actually father in this. I think father, in right? Catholic it's father. Yeah. Priest.
Someone's going to correct us. I'm pretty sure it's father too.
Yeah, I think it's father.
What does it matter, honestly, what they're called?
This is a flash forward too, by the way, which I don't like.
Oh yeah, this movie has a lot. I hate voiceovers. I hate time jumps, flash forwards, I don't mind flashbacks, but they got to be done sparingly and purposefully, not just like a crutch. And yeah, a lot of dumb shit we need, because they're doing the flashback right now thinking about it. So Ben Affleck's going flashback to his beginning of his origin. I used to be a kid in the Hell's City. No, Hell's Kitchen. Yeah. And he's a kid, gets bullied and all that stuff. Comes home to dad. Dad's a bossed up boxer. His name was it Jimmy the Devil? Something
no,
the Devil Murdoch.
It was not that at all.
In the movie, yeah, something the Devil Murdoch. His boxing name. I'm sorry, Jack the Devil Murdoch. They called him.
Yeah, Jack the Devil Murdoch.
So yeah, voiceover. He's got a decent childhood, nothing great. Do you ever know what happens to his mom in this, or in Daredevil in general?
I do know what happens to her. I don't think they explained it in this though.
They don't. But can you, as a comic book fan, tell us what happens to her?
Yeah. She left. What's his name? His dad, Jack, and actually became a nun.
No way, really?
Yeah, she became a nun in a convent, and instead of telling Matt that, and so he wouldn't hate her, he was told that she died.
Interesting. But I guess she comes back into play a few books issues here and there, but
yeah, it's comics.
Interesting. I never knew that. So yeah, Daddy's kind of a washed up drunk he's not really drunk, but whatever, drunk boxer. Murdoch's trying to make him do the right thing.
That's what it was. Every time I hear the name Hell's Kitchen, it reminds me of this movie called Sleepers.
I knew you were going to say it. It's a good movie.
Yeah. I was like, I couldn't never remind it, but I saw it as a kid and it stuck with me so.
Kevin Bacon, some other good actors. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's Brad Pitt's in it. Robert De Niro, Dustin Hoffman.
Bullshit. I gotta watch that. I used to watch it all the time as a kid too. They go to jail because they accidentally, I think, hurt or kill a guy because they took his hot dog cart. Then in the jail, they get they go to jail as kids and they get molested and all that shit. The guards. Kevin Bacon's the guard. Yeah. Yeah,
and then
they grow up, get revenge.
They're on trial, and then we're not reviewing that movie.
I know,
but it's It's a good movie, though. It stuck with me. And every time I hear Hell's Kitchen, I think of that movie.
Yeah, because they make it that big. It's like, that's the setting of the movie, right? Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Go watch it, people.
And it was driving me nuts watching this, and I couldn't take it anymore. I had to look it up.
You should have asked me. I could have told you. So anyways, the kid's talking to his dad, trying to get him going, like, come on, Dad, get back to boxing. You got this, Dad.
You skipped the over.
I know. Well, they're having this conversation, and I don't my TV's on mute. I don't remember they're having this conversation for. But with bullying, hey, he's gonna fight or some shit like that.
The ridiculous over-the-top boys. Come on. Yeah.
They kick his ass. The kid wants to pick up fighting. His dad's like, no, don't get into that road. You're a smart kid. Whatever do good. Good head on your shoulders, whatever.
Yeah, become a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah. Kids next day comes
Back
home.
to the bullies for a minute. Yeah. Who is the lead bully? I recognize that kid.
I don't know. Good question. Let's look it up on IMDb. Why?
I just recognize that kid from somewhere.
Well, the main kid's from a movie called The Eight-Legged Freaks. His son, Matt Murdock, young Matt Murdock. Yeah, that's a good movie from 2000 era.
No, not him. I know. The head bully.
The head bully. Do you know the kid's name?
No idea. I just know he's head bully.
There's kid 1, kid 2, kid 3. None of them have profile pictures. So
not the black kid, not the Hispanic kid, the white kid.
Yeah. This is a fun review so far. Old man. Bully 1. Okay, his name is Robert Erler. He's from Sopranos. He was in The Sopranos.
That's who he is. He's the son in The Sopranos.
He plays AJ Soprano, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I recognized him from.
He was on an episode of Law & Order, some other... I've never seen Sopranos. Yeah.
I think it's overrated.
I'm not a big fan of mafia movies in general, so I'm not going to watch a 10-season mafia show where it's a bad ending.
People, talked about how anybody could die in that movie, and only, as far as I can recall, one person dies at the end of the first season, and that's it.
Well, I guess at the time when it came out was in 1999. It's a shocker to have that. Okay. Sorry, people. But The Wire I gotta watch. So anyway, yeah, the top bully kid. What's his kid's name anyways? Bully 1, I think.
I don't think we get his name. Over the top bully 1.
Yeah, it's bully number 1, bully number 2, bully number 3. Or bullies.
It's just over the top with why are they picking on this kid for no reason?
They're assholes.
And the first time, it's whatever, they're bullies. But the second time is really over the top.
First off, the kid's blind. Why are they making fun of him? Yeah, there's nothing nerdy about this kid. Whatever. Just bad upbringing. Not even a bad upbringing. Whatever. Too much. Next day, after school, he comes across his dad beating up some guy in the alley.
Nope, you skipped the whole thing.
What'd I skip?
He's he was getting picked on because...
Yeah, that's the conversation I was having. But you went back to the bullies for a second for some reason.
Yeah.
Bullies, then the dad. His dad's like, hey, I don't want you learning fighting. You're a good kid.
Yeah, but that's not what I was getting to. He says, why are you in the fight? And he's and Matt's I was told you were working for Fallon. And he lies and says, no, I work overtime at the dock. And so that's why he goes to docks to show his dad his straight A report card to show he's doing good.
Oh,
okay. And he doesn't find him there, and then he finds him beating up a guy.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's important because that scene leads into Matt running away.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Yeah, him seeing his dad beat the guy
up. But the lead up, the lie is the reason why he runs away.
Nah, not the lie. It's just seeing his dad beat up somebody. He doesn't know
and it's because he didn't find him at the docks and coming across him, and he's working for the guy who was. So instead of saying, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing?" he just runs away because of the lie.
I didn't know you could get so offensive about this, man. I'm sorry.
Well, it's an important plot point here.
See, I didn't think so, honestly.
It's the whole reason why everything happens to him.
So I see that as he sees his dad doing something he doesn't want his dad doing, not beating someone up who seems innocent to the kid. So now he's going to run away from the kid.
He wouldn't even have to been there if it wasn't for the lie.
True. I guess.
The lie is the whole reason everything happened.
The whole reason anything happened because it's based off a comic book series and it has to happen this way.
You could say that about any story ever told.
I know. I don't know. I guess you're right. I don't know. So yeah, dad lies. Kid catches him in a lie. Upset. Runs away dramatically and runs into some toxic chemicals.
And this is different from the actual origin too.
Let me finish this. Toxic chemicals blind the kid, and he's knocked out for X amount of hours/days. Well, how does it happen in the comics?
Well, it goes down pretty much exactly how it goes down in this, except he saves a blind man from getting hit from the chemicals, pushes him out of the way, and that's how he becomes blind.
That's stupid.
In comics. It is stupid and contrived, but it's also his dad raised him to be a good. So
no, I like that, but helping the blind to become blind, it's like so on the nose. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, it's 1960s rating. What do you want? 1970s.
I'm glad we evolved so much more than that. So, anyways, he becomes blind from his chemicals that just hit his eyes for some reason.
Because the forklift cut it didn't, like, the barrels didn't fall. It, like, cut, like, eye level at his eyes.
I know, but his face would have been sprayed his whole face, not just his eyes. Like, he should be, like...
Well, I'm sure
he should look like Deadpool right now.
He did hit his whole face. It's just the chemicals got in his eyes and made him blind.
Yeah, but why are around his eyes all scarred up?
Because it's a well, at least in the comic, it's a radioactive isotope.
Yeah, and it does that
because
too.
Because normal blind people don't see through,
Why? Wait,
and
they don't? Really?
No, they don't see through what sonar, and they don't get advanced speed and balance and strength from this thing. They don't mention that in the movie, that it's a radioactive isotope.
No, they kind of show you it, and they only say his senses get stronger. I don't think they ever mention his strength or speed, but we do see it a lot. And it's like, wait, why is he jumping like this?
They do say it's an improved speed and balance.
Okay, because watching him.
I'm sorry, Ben Affleck narrates it.
Yeah, I hate narration. So, anyways, the kid wakes up in the hospital the next day or so, or how long he's been out, and he's getting a sensory overload. And this scene's pretty cool because it's like Daredevil vision, but like he doesn't not control of it. So he's seeing trucks and vehicles come at him while people in the hallway standing there. It's like all over the place. It's interesting. He's learning like how the water drops is going to show off the sonar-esque of the vision.
Nah, it's not bad. And the effects are actually pretty good. There's some pretty bad effects in this, but
yeah, but this effects, like you say, they hold up. They hold up, I guess.
Yeah, the sonar stuff holds up. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the soundtrack for this movie at all, or no?
I wasn't going to, but it's definitely a mid-2000s movie.
Yes. It's like the most noticeable one so far. I know X-Men had a soundtrack, and
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a couple songs in here that I really like.
Yeah, the Evanescence songs.
Evanescence.
But yeah, it's very, very 2000s.
But yeah, it's very there's a lot of Nickelback ripoff stuff in there, and it's like
whenever they get a chance to montage, they're gonna play a montage song for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I didn't want to go into it because it's a mid-2000s movie. It's in all movies at this time. It's like whatever. That's
weird because that's kind of stopped, didn't it? This time of recording.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really in movies. It's because, well, I don't know. I don't watch regular movies. You tell me.
I'm thinking about it. I really haven't noticed, that pretty much died down. It's more orchestral now, especially in these Marvel movies.
Well, in superhero movies, it's because the Marvel Studios actually takes their characters seriously and doesn't want to add stupid crap into it.
I feel like maybe Spider-Man 3 kind of put a nail in that coffin. So I know Spider-Man 1 had a lot of soundtrack in it too, thinking about it.
But I don't know about any of the other movies. But then again, thinking about the other movies that came out that just threw that box office, like Lord of the Rings and... Yeah, and Harry Potter and stuff, they didn't have...
to be fair, they're more fantasy. They're not, based...
Well, yeah. So, like I said, I don't watch the regular movie, so you tell me.
Transformers, they have soundtracks.
I think I seen the first one of that one, and I don't even know if I seen the whole movie.
We should not do that series.
No.
I was going to say we should jokingly just came and say that. Anyways, after the sensory overload...
You might want to cut that out, actually.
Why? You don't want to give the fans ideas?
Yeah.
Let them think we're going to do that. We got other movies to review after this, so we'll get to those never, fans. Another Michael Bay movie that I think is overrated, in my opinion, is The Rock. I know you like it, but I never understood why it's such a big hit.
It's very James Bondy, that's why. There's even a kind of a theory that's an untitled James Bond movie.
Yeah, I saw that theory actually recently. I didn't know that.
But it is very James Bondy. It's got super villains and lasers and
I can see that.
It's a good movie. I think if you went back and watch it, especially with your nostalgia, you would like it.
No, I've watched it a few times. I try watching it every 2-3 years to see what am I missing on it. It's just not for me. I don't hate it. It's just it's a movie. I don't get why it's so hyped up.
It is just a basic action movie, though.
That's what it comes down to. His name's Godspeed, for crying out loud.
There is Godspeed, really. I don't even remember that.
Nicolas Cage's name is Godspeed. Oh, come on.
Oh, Godspeed is actually a villain in the Flash comics.
Stop it.
Yeah, I think he's from the future.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no.
That's the other. That's the Anti-Flash.
No, that's Reverse Flash.
That's his name. Yeah.
Godspeed. Well, it depends on which continuity you're reading, honestly.
Really?
Like in the TV show, he's from the future.
Oh, okay.
Godspeed. But in the comics, he's like a detective who turns evil because somebody killed his, I want to say, brother? And he accidentally because lightning struck and made a bunch of people have speed powers. This is recent Flash comics, too, by the way. This is like within the last couple of years.
Gotcha.
Like I don't want to say 2018 or so. It was after New 52, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's very recent.
Yeah, it's Barry Allen, though, so.
I like Barry Allen.
If anyone's interested, if anyone cares.
Damn it. We've been going over every character but Daredevil in this. Okay.
You go DC route. I can tell you a lot about DC. I'm very lacking on Marvel because I like to stay fresh for the Marvel movies because I was never really into them. And I don't want to spoil myself what happens in the Marvel movies by reading comics about them.
So let's say I'm sorry, viewers, we're on a lot of tangents today. So let's say once DC picks up their shit for the movies and like start turning out really good, reliable movies like the MCU.
They can do that?
Let's say once they do it, if they start doing that, will you stop reading the comic books for that reason?
It's too late.
That's fair. You know so much about it. Yeah, that's fair. You can't unlearn that.
I do another podcast just on Batman. So.
That's right, yeah. So back to Daredevil. He wakes up blind. His dad's like, I'm going to do better for you, son, now. Montage. His dad's training. Matt Murdock's he's trying to learn Braille and become adjusted to his blindness. And the montage is his dad's fighting boxers left and right, getting better and better as we see progressing through his brackets, I guess. And Murdock is adjusting, like I said. He saved Stan Lee from getting hit by a car because his senses are great. He starts training himself when his dad's not around, fighting, hitting the beanbag and sliding around the rooftops and like, this is my playground now, guys. And just becoming Daredevil. After the montage is over, he
beats up the bullies too, by the way.
Yeah, he does. How did I forget that? Yeah. He beats up Soprano Jr. and everything. And the montage ends with his dad now at the next fight. Well, getting ready for the next fight. But he's introduced, or he's like, what's that word? He's something by someone.
What? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Wow, when someone comes up to you. Damn.
He's approached?
That's the word. Thank you. I am a jackass. Read books, people. Jesus Christ. He's approached by, I guess, the manager or some mafia dude, whoever the hell this guy is. Does he have a name?
He does have a name.
Is he a character in the comics?
Kind of.
Okay.
But not really. I mean, I was waiting for you to get to the end here because this is a little different. This whole thing.
Okay. Well, this guy says, "Hey, the devil. You haven't won these fights. Everyone you fought has been taking dives from me because I am control." Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No. Yeah, I thought I found the name, but it's not the right name.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, these people you've been fighting, you're old. You're not going to win any fights. They've been taking dives for you. So tonight is your turn to take a dive. This guy, Matt's dad's like conflicted. Like, I don't know what to do. If I should do this. Comes to the fight. He starts getting beat up. Starts taking dives. He hears his son in the background, little Matt, saying, "Dad, you can do it. We did all this for you, man. You got this, Daddy." His dad gets up, beats the shit out of the boxer he's fighting, and wants to fight. Matt's out front waiting for his dad to clean up, and we're going to have a nice little dinner. His dad's approached by some goons, and they beat him up and kick him really the shit out of him. He's almost dying, and then a shadowy figure comes above him and beats the living crap.
The monster is Fallon.
Oh, okay. Was he in Dark Knight? No.
Fallon? I don't know. I don't know who these actors are.
No, not the actor, but the character. Isn't he in the Dark Knight movies?
That's a different company.
Oh, you're right. Okay, never mind.
Like, what?
Yeah, because that guy okay, never mind. Okay.
I mean, there might be a character named Fallon in the Dark Knight movies.
So yeah, the shadowy figure pretty much just hits him on Death's door, hits the devil on Death's door, and just drives away. Leaves him with a calling card, a rose. Does he do that in the comics?
So, here's the thing. I don't think Fallon is a character in the comics.
Okay.
It was like a guy called the Fixer.
Oh, okay.
Because he fixed fights.
Yeah.
And essentially everything played out exactly how this did, except it didn't happen until Matt was in college.
Oh, he wasn't a kid?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we get to one of the biggest things I hate in superhero movies. No, Kingpin did not kill his father.
Why do you hate
this
that?
Was because movies always feel the need to make the villain of the movie the person that did the bad thing, like the Joker in the original Batman '89 movie, just to connect everything. And no, it's stupid. It's contrived.
Yes. Happenstance, is that the term? Like, it's too, like, of course that would happen that way. Who did kill his dad in the comics?
It was just this random guy.
Yeah.
Thug. Yeah, this fixer hired a bunch of guys and they killed them.
And see, that's better. Like, when it's a random act of violence, that gives the villain, like, hero more purpose. Because if the hero knows it was Kingpin, it was the Joker, it was whoever, once they get the justice on that person, they should.
Then it's over.
Yeah, they should done. They got what they wanted, right?
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. We've had this conversation about Batman and the other movies.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I hate it. It's so stupid.
I didn't know it was not King. So I know in the show, I keep going back to the show, in the Netflix show, I don't think they even mentioned this origin at all, do they? This backstory.
Kingpin's origin?
No, not Kingpin. Matt Murdock and his dad.
Yeah, they go through the whole thing. I think it plays out exactly like this, except that it's not the Kingpin who kills his dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember that. Granted, it was so long since I watched it, so maybe. You're probably right.
Well, I mean, because the whole first season, he's not in the outfit.
Oh, you're right.
And it's just him being a boxer, essentially, learned from his dad and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I wanted to mention are you done with your stuff, or?
Yeah, you can go on.
Okay, I was going to mention during this scene, little Maddie comes up to his dying dad, and it's kind of morbid, but he's definitely hearing his dad's heartbeats, his final heartbeats.
Yeah.
And that's really dark and disturbing to me. Like, that's upsetting. Because honestly, the next scene, I think he hears someone's heartbeats. It's like, oh, I put two and two and two together. Like, that's upsetting. 20 years later, however old he is now, however present day Batman Affleck is in this movie, and he's waking up in a sensory bath because
no, he's not.
What is it?
He goes into the sensory bath after getting back from out or something like that.
No, he's waking up.
No, he goes into the sensory bath to cut out because he hears the woman being shot and stuff, and he ignores it, and then he closes the sensory bath on top of him.
No, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, different movie. That's right. So you got a different version than me.
Wait, I think so. I think that's the first time we see the sensory bath,
For
right?
Me, it's the first time we see a sensory bath. Kid hears dad's heartbeats dying. Dad dies.
And he just wakes up in a sensory bath?
Yeah, it goes to a weird scene. Like, they show the church. It goes across the city to the church to see the paintings. And then 20 years later, it doesn't say 20 years later, but it's 20 years later, Ben Affleck wakes up in a sensory bath.
No, we see him, like, taking off his outfit and...
Nope. So,
stuff like that.
Yeah, so,
and he hears gunshots out in the alley, and he can hear the girl crying for help, but he just got home. He has the outfit off, and he's blind, he's hurt, so he just goes into the sensory bath, closes it, and sinks down and ignores it.
Oh, that's fast. I like that way more, because he just wakes up, he opens his, like, a little Batman sensory coffin bath.
And that the girl being murdered is the crux of the whole case and everything.
No way.
Yeah.
Because I hated that subplot of the detectives and the cop chicks. I didn't care. It made little to no sense to me. It's like, why do we even follow this? You cut this out of the movie. It'd be better and shorter. Really?
Well, yeah, no. She was the one giving Ben Ehrlich, the journalist, the information on Kingpin. She was sleeping with one of the Kingpin's men who was giving up information on Kingpin.
Oh my God. Because the ending of the movie, they arrest Kingpin. Spoilers, I guess. We're getting to it.
Because they got the evidence on it.
No, in this version, like, I don't know why they're arresting him, because they have nothing on him besides, they don't have any recordings of him saying he's Kingpin. There's nothing to pin him to being Kingpin in this version of the movie I watched. So that makes more sense.
It doesn't make a lot more sense because I still don't know how they got the evidence on him. But
okay,
but like based on the things that continue.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. In my version, Batman, Daredevil wakes up out of a sensory bath. He is hearing things. He's adjusting his head. Like, I hear too much shit right now, and he's turns his music on loud. Do you have that? I guess.
Turns his music on loud.
He like blasts his music, gets the day started, folds his money like weird, so he knows which bill's what.
Yeah, okay.
And he goes to breakfast. No, he goes to court, and we see him, and we see Jon Favreau as Froggy. I don't think we ever get his name in this.
Foggy. Yeah, Foggy Nelson. Franklin Foggy Nelson.
Yes, but I don't think they ever say his name in this. But
they do. They call him Foggy.
Do they?
Yeah.
See, I don't pay attention. I'm sorry.
So so they're in court in this first room, right?
Yeah, justice is blind. Yes.
This does not look like a courtroom.
It does. It looks like some shitty DMV or something.
Yeah, it does. It does. It looks like just a room they rented out or something, which is weird because we do get court scenes later.
I know. Maybe it's like one of those smaller courtrooms. Like the more...
Well, yeah, and I've been in one of those small courtrooms. It doesn't look that bad.
I know. Especially, whatever. Which is funny you say this, because I was watching some Ant-Man yesterday, and there was a scene when he's at Baskin-Robbins, and there's a scene where he gets pulled to the back of the Baskin-Robbins. I'm like, that office is way too huge to be a Baskin-Robbins manager's office. Like, it's like really big. It's like half the building. Like, there's no way. That's whatever. But yeah, I feel like that's a funny thing they do in these movies.
Okay.
But yeah, during this court scene, like the guy at... What's his name?
Joe Quesada.
Joe Quesada. Is he in the comics, I guess?
We're talking about the guy on trial?
Yes.
No, I don't think he is, actually. I think he's just random for this movie.
Okay.
I just read the name like 30 seconds ago. That's why I know.
Oh, okay. Joe Quesada, whatever the is being charged or being heard for, or whatever it's called, being tried for a rape?
Yes.
Okay. And it's obvious that he did it, but I don't know enough law to don't why he's getting away with it.
It doesn't look like there's any evidence. It looks like it's her word against his, and he's got better lawyers. Well, I wouldn't say he's got better lawyers, but
money.
He's got good lawyers enough to say, hey, you got no evidence. This isn't going anywhere.
Yes. Which is unfortunate because I know Matt and Froggy are more like pro bono, cheaper, doing out the goodness of their heart kind of lawyers.
Yeah, they get paid in fish and wheels of cheese.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, the guy gets set free. She is scarred for life. And that's how the law works, guys. America. And there's Foggy invites him or Matt out for something. He's like, "Nah, I got stuff to do tonight."
Invites him out to get drunk.
Yeah. And there's a nice little suit up scene with Ben Affleck being Daredevil. And he's at the top of the building for some reason and jumps down. And I hate this because why is he at the top jumping down? And he's hitting every scaffolding on the side of the building, just breaking each one. Like, why are you doing all this? Why just go out the front door?
I don't even know what you're talking about. What?
After he says, let's get drunk, there's a suit-up scene of Ben Affleck being there, coming to Daredevil. Then he's at the top of the skyscraper. And instead of just going down the elevator, he's like, I'm going to jump off the side of this building and land on one scaffolding to the next, a window washing thing to the next one, until they're on the ground. And breaking each one on his way down. And it's like, what was the point of that? I don't think I've seen
that scene.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going back in the movie now because I don't think I've seen that scene at all.
It's at minute 22 of my movie, so probably 25 years probably.
When he's going out?
Yeah.
Okay, before the Joe Quesada stuff.
Yes.
Hold on. Rewind in. Suiting up. Nunchucks.
Yep.
Bow cane. Looking at the city. Jumps down.
Yeah, this sequence right here, yeah. Like, it's cool.
Oh, he lands on the scaffolding, okay.
Yeah, it's cool looking and everything, but why?
Because if he would have landed on the ground, he would have won splat.
So why not just go down the middle of the building? Like, why not just take the elevator down or something? Or why'd you get up to the top? Why all this?
Because he lives on the top floor.
That's dumb.
It's quicker to get down that way.
Aren't there fire exits?
Not on that building.
Yeah, you're right. No, those buildings too high. They don't have that usually. But still, that's just so ridiculous to me. Anyways, he just does all that damage to the people who have to work tomorrow. It's cool. He's not really.
They just got to reconnect the wire.
Yeah, it was I don't know, money's involved with that.
And when you're a superhero, property damage doesn't matter.
Not just killing people. We'll come to find out, apparently. Anyways, he comes up.
Well, to be fair, Daredevil isn't one of those heroes that doesn't kill.
Oh, so he does murder in the comics?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, he's weird sometimes. There's one point where he has to take care of a baby that could be the Antichrist or this savior.
Why not just kill it? It was a baby. You shouldn't do
because
that.
it could be either or.
Oh, man. I'd probably still kill it, though. Take the risk. So Daredevil ends up at the nightclub party thing, bar, that the guy who just got released is celebrating his victory of raping and getting away with it. And Daredevil, the guy sees Daredevil, he's like, what do you want? And Daredevil's like, justice, as he throws his cane at his face.
Apparently Daredevil killed someone in his very first comic.
No way. That was a culture. That was really a shock moment to me in this movie. It's I didn't expect it. So he starts beating the crap out of everybody, all the bad guys in this bar. And Joe gets away, and Daredevil chases him to a subway. The subway makes loud noises because it's a subway train on the ground, and it's just throwing Daredevil off a lot. But Daredevil regains his consciousness just in time before Joe pulls his gun out and shoots him in the head. Daredevil throws Joe into the subway train, onto the subway tracks. Joe can't get it because his legs are hurt, apparently.
Well, he fell onto the rail of the tracks.
Yeah.
So he probably broke his spine or something.
Oh, God, probably. Oh, God.
But it doesn't make any sense because he put the gun to Daredevil's head and then waited for like 5 minutes for him to disarm him.
It's typical 2000s action movies.
So it's like, you kind of got what you deserved there, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, he's rapist too, so he deserves everything he's getting. Anyway, and Daredevil's like, instead of just saving the guy, which I expect Daredevil would do it on the last second, is like, that light at the end of the tunnel isn't heaven. It's the C train. As it just runs Joe over, killing him. Like,
yeah, he was cut in half.
Yeah, it's like
they show it. They don't show it, but like they got half of his body.
I was like, God damn, Daredevil. Darker than I expected. Next sequence, the cops show up. First time for me is this first time I see them. And the detective's there. His name is
Ben Ehrlich.
Ben Ehrlich. Is he a comic book character?
Yes, but he works for the Daily Bugle under J. Jonah Jameson, not the New York Post like in this.
Oh man, that'd been much better.
Well, they couldn't do it because I think who has Sony had the rights to the Daily Bugle at the time, so they couldn't use it, so they did the New York Post.
Yeah, that was so much better. But anyways, he's like, hey man, I'm chasing conspiracy theories, and I think Daredevil's a guy, and the other guys are like, nah, he's not a dude. He's like, well, you sure about that? He flicks the most infamous scene in this movie, I think. He flicks his match onto the ground, and Daredevil has his insignia on gas, and it lights up.
I have a lot of questions about this.
Everyone does. It's dumb. Yeah, what's your questions?
So did he use gasoline to do it?
Gasoline, kerosene, whatever you can, whatever. Yeah.
And if he did use gasoline or any of that stuff, did he carry it with him? Is there a gas station nearby? Is there
did it not why didn't evaporate? And also there should be like footprints of gasoline everywhere. Everyone, people walk through this without knowing it's there. There should be footprints of gas everywhere. There's no one staying in the circle when it happens. Like, this is a dumb scene. And
my next question is, how long did he spend after murdering that guy just standing there, making sure it was perfectly set up so that it like, because it's not just a DD, it's like a D within a D, so you gotta kind of make it so that it's perfect, so that there's no crossover or anything.
And how no one's not noticed them doing this. Like, when were the next people coming down to
and is he still in costume as he does it?
Oh, he has to be.
And he's blind. So how did he do it in the first place? I mean, sure he can see, but he doesn't have like the hand-eye coordination like if you to do that, because you can get like a roundabout, but that was like a perfect DD.
Oh man, it's the dumbest. It leaves more questions than coolness in my. It's like the dumbest thing ever. Or
did he pay someone to do it for him?
Okay, I like that. That's a better theory.
So they go up to some guys over there doing graffiti and say, "Hey, I need you to do this for me. Can you do that?"
Well, then you gotta trust the guy to actually do it. Is that was like the guy taking the money and running off with it?
Well, who said he was taking his money? He would be like, "Do it, or I'm throwing you in that train." You see what I just did to that guy?
That'll be you next, buddy, if you don't do this for me.
Exactly. I want my logo right there. I never do this again in this movie, but right there.
And that's the thing. I expected at least to happen once more. Nope, never again. It's like, what's the purpose of that?
It also makes Daredevil seem like attention getting and like he wants to be caught.
Yes.
When he doesn't, it's out of character.
So out of character.
It's just make Ben Ehrlich look right,
It's just for the trailers, and I get it. But man, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in a long time. I forgot this was in the movie. I remember as a kid liking, like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's fire. Fire's cool. But it's dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay. Next scene is Daredevil getting back to the house. Yeah, he gets back to his house, and he unlocks his secret Daredevil cave. By having 3 locks on the door, he just spins them and stops them each in a certain pattern, I guess. That seems unrealistic and stupid to me, too.
If they're combination safes, so...
No, I get it, but that's just so, like he's blind, I get it, but he's got super hearing, so he can hear it, but just normally doing it.
You can hear the pistons inside, what are they called? The locks inside clicking.
Yeah, but that's just like, he can just do it normally. Why does he got to do it that thing? Like, I don't know, this is weird to me.
It's quicker that way.
Is it?
I mean, it only took him 3 seconds. Have you ever tried to open a combination safe that quickly?
Why don't you have to go one to the right, one to the left, one to the right, or some shit like that?
Well, maybe those are specially made to only go in one direction.
That's dumb. Anyways, he's on lat. Oh, he's getting undressed and getting right back into his bath. And he's got these marks on his back. What were they from? You might know this.
Just fights in general.
Okay, interesting. He pulls a tooth out, goes to his chamber of sleepness, and goes to sleep. Next up is a confession scene with his father at the Catholic Church. Then breakfast date with Foggy. Yes, I don't like this scene at all. It's very rapey. During when he goes back to his house, his girlfriend is breaking up with him over the voicemail.
Nah, he's so unavailable.
Yes, emotionally, physically, he's just not there for her. That's fair. That's fair reason to break up with someone. A lunch with John Favreau, breakfast lunch. Clint pro bono. Oh, but this is where we talk about the clients being he's the pro bono for the clients, only getting paid on fish and cheese, and John Favreau's being John Favreau. He's being a dick to his friend Matt by paying mustard. Matt asks for sugar, and John Favreau hands him a mustard container.
He asks for honey.
Yeah, honey. Okay, and you know, and I think even if I was blind, I think I could tell the difference between honey and mustard container. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, then this beautiful, attractive Jennifer Garner as Lecter comes walking in, and she gets the world's quickest service ever. She gets a coffee cup in a second, sits down. And Daredevil senses her. He smells her. He's like, "Oh, I want to talk to this pretty lady. She's got to be pretty."
Well, nope, you're wrong. He smells her before she even walks in.
Yeah, weird. Whatever. It's very weird.
Yeah, it is very. It's very. This is the start of the sexualization of women in this.
Yes,
and it's usually on Foggy's part.
Yes, which I can understand Foggy because he's not going to. And in a weird way, I don't mind his. His is as offensive because he's not acting upon it. Like Daredevil, the second he smells her and she walks into the thing, he's up and on it already. And it's like, granted, he's doing quote unquote suave, I guess, for 2000, but he's automatically hitting on her. He's trying to get her name out of her. He's just harassing her. She's just trying to get coffee and read a paper. I just don't like it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm fast forwarding. He's talking to her, gives him her name. He doesn't get hers, so she leaves. He's like, I'm gonna go follow her guy. I'll be back, Foggy. I know we got court in a couple of hours, but we'll be back. He follows her to the schoolyard playground. That's the word. And she's like, "Why are you following me? I want to talk to you." He's like, "I want your name, lady." And so they have this flirtatious fight choreography at the park, just for her name.
Yeah, and no one reacts to it for a long time.
No. Granted, it's just kids around, so they're not gonna be oblivious for a little bit. But yeah, no one.
But they're doing it in front of this one girl who's on a swing right in front of them.
I know, and
she just sits there.
Yeah, because they're fighting on top of the seesaws, the swing. They're fighting. He's got his cane, hitting her with it. Not hitting her, but close hitting her, I guess, with it. Kicks and punches are being thrown. It's a fight. It's weird. I don't like it. It's so rapey to me. I just don't like it at all. After that, she gives her his name. Right?
She does. This is also, we learned she can take care of herself.
Yeah, she's a strong character. She's good at fights, by the way. She's really good. The choreography is great. In this scene, I'm definitely holding back because that's what they're supposed to do in the scene.
She is a trained assassin, so.
Yeah, but the character, the actress, she's pulling it off to me.
Oh,
sometimes the actresses who do this, they don't look comfortable at all doing it. She looks like she could kick someone's ass.
Like I said, she did star in Alias. That's a spy TV show for 5 years.
I forgot she was from that. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's used to this kind of stuff.
Kingpin. Oh yeah. So after the little fight scene, we get to our first characters. We get to our first look at Kingpin. Right. Yep.
So I like Michael Duncan, and whatever. His name's Michael Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Anyway, I like him. I like him as an actor, and I like him as Kingpin. But he's not really Kingpin.
Yeah, that was my thing. When I first saw it, this was the only thing I saw of Kingpin, so I loved him a lot as Kingpin. After knowing more and more about Kingpin, this is a very watered down Kingpin.
Well,
because Kingpin is pretty much all about his family for the most part, or at least his girlfriend/wife.
Well, according to the TV show,
and also the movie Spider-Verse, at least he loves his family.
I mean, but he Kingpin actually started out as a Spider-Man villain,
yeah,
and it became the arch nemesis of Daredevil. He also fights with Punisher a lot too.
Yes,
but it's not so much family, but as much as that. It's more like he controls everything.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he's ruthless, but he's not. I don't know. This Kingpin didn't just come off as like overshadowing everything.
No,
you know
he
what I
didn't.
mean?
And I know, like, he's definitely planned things out. He definitely knows what he wants. But he didn't seem like,
I didn't feel him throughout the whole movie.
no.
That's my point. And Kingpin should be felt throughout the entirety of the story.
And I was thinking this, like, I feel like they can only have Michael Clark Duncan for like a week or so filming this movie. So instead of like having him present throughout the whole movie, like you said, or feeling him throughout the movie, they only like shot his scenes a couple of days and called it. And that's like they put it the way they put it. That's what it felt like to me. Like they had him for a certain amount of time and did the best they could.
I don't know. And after Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, it's kind of, it's kind of hard to measure up after that.
Exactly. That's such a good. Are we going to review that show? I don't want to.
I don't know. I don't think so. It's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot.
It is. But yeah, he's really is just like, that's a Kingpin.
But I don't want to take anything away from Michael Clark Duncan because he's really good in it, and you can feel his intimidating presence in this, and he does work as a Kingpin, but it doesn't feel like the Kingpin, It feels like an alternate reality Kingpin or something like that.
And I felt the same way, because like I said, he does have the presence for sure, because it's Michael Clark Duncan.
And I guess technically this is an alternate reality, so.
And he does chew up the scenery. Like, he does, like, when he's on screen, like, oh, cool, he's on screen, great. But like you say, like, when he's off screen, he's off screen. You never feel him.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. He feels a little more blunt in this, more like his actions are immediately felt.
Yes. No, there's like no long-term.
Exactly.
Anyways, so when we meet him, he's having a conversation with one of his business partners who wants out because Kingpin's getting popular name-wise in the newspapers, and it's like becoming sketchy. And the guy who is Nacho, Papa Nacho, doesn't want any more of this. He wants out. Can you say his name? I can't say his name.
Oh,
Nachos.
Yeah, Nachos.
Nachos.
Close enough. Nachos.
Yeah. Later on, we find out that's Electra's dad.
Yeah, it's Nicholas Nachos.
Yeah. So we cut to Daredevil, and that's the matter. They're talking. And after that, we get to Kingpin's leaving the place, and he's like, whatever. Oh, yeah, Kingpin's like, he can leave. Nachos can leave, but I want the Kingpin name onto him so people know it was him, not me, essentially. And get me my guy. And the guy who they're getting is...
No, he says Bullseye.
Let's say, I want a suspension, man.
Yeah, but that's not what the movie did.
Well, fuck this movie. He says, get Bullseye. And we see...
You also missed the fact that in the Kingpin sin, he just straight up murder his guards because he thinks they're...
I didn't get that.
You didn't get that?
No, you got to talk to me, TJ Communication. So what happens in your movie?
Well, he's right before the meeting with Nachos... his assistant guy, I forget his name. Wow, this is his initials.
Wesley Owen Welch.
Yeah, Wesley.
Yes.
Comes in and tells him that, the Kingpin's name's getting out there. And then Kingpin says, you know what they used to do in ancient times? They cut out their bodyguards' tongues so they don't talk, and then immediately kills his bodyguards.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And then he has the meeting with Nachos.
And I would have mentioned that if I had that in my sequence. But anyways, we get to...
this is why you shouldn't watch different versions than I do.
That's why we should communicate better before we get to this. Because we were not ready for this one. So we get the Bullseye. He's got in a scene of throwing. He's drinking a pint of whatever the hell because he's Irish.
Wait, right after Kingpin, you get Bullseye?
After Kingpin, we get Ben and Jennifer talking about something that's not important to me.
Really? Because I got Foggy and Matt in court.
No.
Not going into the courthouse, and they're gonna. This is where Coolio first shows up.
Oh yeah. So anything with Coolio, you talk about.
So they're walking through like the state house or whatever, where they have Coolio locked up, and because apparently the girl that we mentioned earlier was murdered, and he was found with the murder weapon unconscious in an alley a few blocks away, and so they go in. Matt asks him, "Did you kill her?" And he's like, "No." And it's not believable, but he listens to his heartbeat and he's telling the truth. So he says, "Okay, well, take your case." Coolio's like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Thanks."
Oh, nice. Is that it?
So that's it for that scene, yeah.
Okay. So after Coolio scene, then we get to Bullseye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, after that scene, it was Kingpin talking.
Oh, okay. Then Matt and the girl talking, and then Bullseye.
Well, no, I got Kingpin talking to his guys, and then it's Bullseye. I then get Matt and the girl talking.
I got like Matt and Jennifer talking about something that's not like, she's asking him, where'd you learn how to fight? And he's like, no, where'd you learn how to fight? Like, oh, my dad taught me this because he wanted me to be raised and becoming strong.
But that was all in the seesaw scene.
No, I didn't get that. Oh, see, they broke that out. That's stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah, all that was in the whole seesaw scene. I got all that in one sitting.
No. I got that after the Kingpin. They broke it up for some reason against the guy at one time. Interesting. This is really cool.
Okay.
I like this experiment. So now we get the Bullseye. He's drinking a pint of Guinness because he's Irishman, and he's just drinking it and like throwing 5 darts, one at a time, not looking at the Bullseye board, the dart board, and hitting Bullseye each time. He wins the bet. He's getting a call from get a text, fax, whatever you want to call it, from Kingpin to go come and do his job. He accepts it, gets some money from a guy. The guy calls him a stupid Irishman or some shit like that.
Irish piece of trash, which makes me wonder where he is.
Yeah, because he takes a flight there, so I don't know. And the guy's kind of Irish.
But the currency did look like pounds. I think it's England, but I can't be 100%.
Maybe, because I know that's the thing, isn't it? Like England.
Well, I saw a queen on it, so I'm assuming it's pounds.
It is. Oh, interesting. I'm saying I know the English and the Irish don't like each other or some shit like that, right? Whatever.
I mean, there's tension between them. Like, there's a lot of wars and shit like that. So
yeah. That's how the world works. Anyways, Bullseye's wearing a hat this whole time, and when the guy says that, Bullseye just becomes crazy. He takes his hat off, and he sees a bullseye on his head, and his shaved head, because that's dumb.
I don't actually know if that's in the comics. It's stupid forehead tattoo.
No, it's not even a tattoo. It's like carved into his head.
Yeah, I did read something that he might have carved it into his own head with a rock or something.
Sorry, that's so stupid.
I know that Bullseye goes crazy a little bit because we find out later in the comics that he's got a tumor in his head.
Oh, okay.
And he starts seeing everybody as Daredevil.
What? That's pretty cool. Doesn't he like massacre like a lot of kids or some shit like that?
I don't know if he massacres a lot of kids. I do think he massacres a bunch of nuns and priests and stuff, though.
I'm pretty sure. I know there's an arc in some Daredevil story that like Daredevil was sad because a lot of kids died because of him, essentially, right? Am I misremembering this?
I think you might be thinking of the church massacre because
maybe, because I know there's definitely a really sad arc in Daredevil.
I mean, a lot of Daredevil's arcs are really sad.
Yeah. After the guy calls Bullseye Irish trash, he takes his hat off. Bullseye takes his hat off, looks at him, does like a little kind of magic trick, pulls out a paper clip, unfolds it magically, and just starts throwing like 5 of them into the guy's throat, killing him on the spot, and just walks out. Then we cut to New York City, and where are we at? What is this? We're going to a court scene now. Murdoch and Foggy are walking and talking.
Wait, you're going to a court scene?
Yeah, see, that's stupid, because I thought this was weird, because we go to not even a court scene, we go to a courtroom where Foggy and Murdoch are walking into a courtroom talk about Elektra, and then we cut back to Bullseye on the plane.
No, it's not what I got.
What'd you get?
Hold on.
It's gonna be a long.
I'm just trying to see what the scene before that. So Bullseye's like going through a metal detector and stuff.
What? Oh man, I'm so jealous.
Did you not get that?
No, it sounds so much better.
All right, so hold on. Now I got to go back because I don't even know how much you did miss.
The last thing Bullseye got was him killing the guy, and then we cut to the thing.
Okay, so Bullseye kills a guy. Then I get a scene of Matt and Foggy walking across the street.
No.
And that's what the blind reference where they almost get hit by a car.
Then we get that.
Well, yeah, so they're talking about Coolio, essentially, and how Foggy's like, he's a 3-time loser, he's got drug offenses, he's not a very good guy to represent, and they're like, why are we taking this case? And Matt's like, because I believe him. And then a taxi cabber almost hits him, and Foggy's like, I got a blind guy here. And the taxi driver, then you should use the crosswalk. Stupid little comedy scene. Then we cut to Bullseye going through customs, I think. And he's going through a metal detector. He places a pen and a toothpick in that little tray to the side.
Interesting.
And then he walks through, and the metal detector goes off, and the security guard does that thing they use to detect metal by hand.
The wand, yeah.
Yes, and he spits a paper clip out into the guy's hand when it goes off. And he walks back over, and he's still got the paperclip in his mouth.
Wow. Okay. I'm kind of upset I didn't get that. I like Bullseye. When I was a kid, I liked him in this. I like him in this now. So more Bullseye to me, the better. But that's cool.
And then what happens after that? Oh, by the way, the drug dog also looked at Bullseye and Coward.
Wow. Okay. So after that, I guess for me, I'm at that scene where he's on the plane with the old lady talking his ear off.
Nope.
So keep talking.
After that, Matt and Foggy go to the woman that was murdered's apartment. They break in.
What the did I miss? Like, I know I missed the whole storyline, but I missed a lot.
They break in. Matt breaks off that, the thing you hook on pens.
Yeah.
The clip part of it. Use that to lockpick the locked door. They go in and they start looking around, and then they find a carving in the desk that says Mom 69 or 96.
Yeah.
I don't know if it comes back later.
No, we haven't any of this, so keep going.
Well, in a later scene where they're at did you get the office scene where they showed them at their office?
I don't think we, maybe. What are they doing at their office?
Well, we'll wait until we get there.
Okay.
But they just find that the woman actually left a carving in the thing, and that's what they get out of it.
I'd rather have that storyline to follow than a dumb detective storyline, because I don't think the detective shit is so pointless in this movie to me.
Well, they are playing detectives, essentially.
Yeah, they are. I don't like the cop scenes, because I get just the journalist guy. I get him a lot. I don't care for him, so I'm really upset I don't have that. Man, makes me want to watch the longer version.
Then after that, it cuts to Bullseye on the plane.
Man, lame. But it's always been one of my favorite scenes ever in movie history for me. It's just because it's so simple and it's really dark. There's a little old lady instantly just talking his Bullseye's ear off while he's listening to his Walkman. And she's like, I'm registered my granddaughter, my daughter, blah, 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 blah. I'm an old lady, I like to talk because no one likes to listen to me. And Bullseye's getting enough of it, so he pulls out some peanuts from a peanut bag, places them on a tray ahead of him, times it perfectly, flicks it, hits the chair in front of him, and goes into Granny's little mouth, and she chokes to death and passes out onto his shoulder. And
then the
stewardess comes up.
Yeah.
She's like, would you like anything? She looks tired. Like, just more peanuts is nice. And that's it. I love that scene forever. It's a great scene to me. After that, we get Daredevil. You get that?
And the next scene for me is now they're in a courthouse with Coolio.
Oh my God, I hate you. That's not fair.
Matt's talking about how bad Coolio is.
Yeah.
Like he's a criminal and stuff like that. But we're not here to judge his character. We're here based on to judge, the law. And I know it's like, and he's not facing the jury when he's doing that. Yeah. He's facing the wall, and they think it's because he's blind, but it's not. He was making a point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's like talking to a wall.
Okay.
You're gonna be judging him by his character and stuff like that.
I like that.
And then Foggy and Matt play up the whole, hey, my guy's blind here, little sympathy. But then Foggy pulls the chair out from on the room a little bit and makes him almost fall.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it for that.
Daredevil yet?
Well, the court thing goes, oh no, I'm wrong. Because then a cop starts testifying about how he found Coolio with the gun and stuff unconscious, and Matt's listening to his heart, and he's telling the truth too, which he doesn't understand. Someone's got to be lying.
Oh, this is interesting. See, I want to know how this Coolio thing plays out. This is so cool.
And then what's your next scene? Daredevil?
Yeah, Daredevil sitting
because after the court scene...
Oh, stop it.
Matt Murdock's walking down the street.
Stop it.
And Elektra's behind him, and she tells him that she finds him.
Elektra as in street clothes
Elektra,
or like dressed up?
Street clothes. Okay. And then we cut to the rooftop scene.
Yes. Man, that's dumb. So yeah, he's sitting with like statued angels on top of the roof, just listening for whatever's going on. He comes across a goon beating up some dude because he hears
no, that's not what I got.
Oh my God.
We cut to the rooftop scene where the famous rain scene where he finds her face and stuff. That's what I got. Am I Christian?
Interesting. Okay, well here's my turn for a different. This is a fun review. I like this a lot. No, he's on my rooftop here. Well, let me back up now and see if I try to skip anything. Now you got me questioning myself. Yeah, no. Wow, yeah, no. Kills the old lady, Daredevil on top of the roof, dressed as Daredevil.
Yeah, no, because that rain scene...
That's later for me.
It's supposed to happen here because he hears the guy being beat up, then he jumps down and beats up that guy.
See, no. That's so weird because in my movie version, our audience is like, guys, just stick to the movie and review it. He does this fight first, then later on goes on a date with her, and then he, as the rain is happening, he hears the guy doing it, but she says, no, stay with me. He's like, okay. And then they have sex.
That's not what happened in my version at all.
Oh my God. This is so good.
In the rain scene, he kisses her, and then he hears some guy getting beat up, and he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And she's like, Matt, and he walks away.
Interesting.
And he goes, saves the guy.
Wow. So let me do my thing real quick. So he's Daredevil on top of the building.
All right, before I hate to do this, but I need to backtrack a long way because I just remember something.
Oh my God.
Way back in the playground fight.
Oh yeah.
Well, he follows her out of that and tells Foggy he's not going to be late. And then at the end of that scene, he's late.
Oh, okay.
He's like, how long was he following her?
For a long time, apparently. Because I guess maybe the fight took a long time too, I guess.
I don't know, but it was like, he was like, okay, did you only have 15 minutes to follow her to get to the courthouse or whatever? I don't know. All right, God, now you can go.
So Daredevils, hears a guy say something about Kingpin. He comes down to the guy's beating up someone, so Daredevil beats up the guy who's beating up someone. So as he's beating up this goon, he chases him into like a apartment building. The goon changes his clothes real quickly because it was raining outside. He wants to make sure Bad Daredevil doesn't find him. And Daredevil bursts through a window, beats the shit out of this guy in front of a kid.
Yeah.
When the kid's like really cowardly, and Daredevil's like, no, kid, I'm the good guy. And he thinks on top of a roof and just thinking to himself, am I the good guy? I am the good guy. I am the good guy. This is mantra.
No, he says, I'm not the bad guy.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not the bad guy. And then from that point on, the rest of the movie, he kind of like carries that mindset with him, trying to keep recurring to himself, I'm the good guy, not the bad guy. And then the next day, we get to him crossing a road and coming into their office. And there's that lady from the show. What's her name?
Karen.
I think it's Karen. Yeah, it might be Karen.
Not what I got.
No, okay. What'd you get?
The next scene after that is he's in the church, and they talk about, the priest comes up and says, you should come. Why are you here? Like, the church is open on Sundays. He's like, and Matt's like, I like the quiet. And the priest's like, I think you just like the solitude. And he's like, I have a confessional booth open whenever you need. Being the priest guy that he is. And Matt's like, and the priest tells him that I haven't heard anything in the 30 years that I've been here. You can't surprise me. And Matt's like, let's keep it that way, and leaves.
Nope, did not get that. In my movie, the priest kind of knows he's Daredevil. Like later on in the movie, it already happened later on, he says, I'm not a fan of the costume because he's a devil. So later on, the priest kind of knows. Do you get that at all?
No, I didn't get that at all.
Wow.
He doesn't pick up that he's Daredevil until he takes off the mask.
Oh, that might have happened then. I'll get to that then. But interesting. Okay.
And then he goes to his office, and we meet Karen Page.
Yep,
because they get an invitation.
Yes, to the ball, a black and white ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, we could talk about Karen Page, but
that's all I get of her in this whole movie is that little sequence right there.
I get one more scene. She's the one that discovers that Mom 9/6 thing that they discovered earlier,
probably or something.
They were actually reading it upside down.
It's 6/9 wow.
Yeah, that was 6/9 wow. 6/9 is the day she was shot and murdered, and wow is the initials of Kingpin's guy, Wesley guy. And that's how they figure out everything.
TJ. I don't know if you know this about me or not, but I love film noirs. I love detective shit a lot. And the fact that I didn't get this version of the movie, I'm just saying, you
upset.
You
watched the wrong version.
Upset.
You definitely watched an inferior version.
Yes, I'm not happy right now.
Because I thought this movie was pretty good, and then from what you're telling me, your version's kind of shit.
It's not even shit because what I have isn't bad. It's not a bad movie, but from what you're telling me, you have is so much more entertaining. I hate this, TJ. I want to watch a detective movie. It's not fair. Anyways, Foggy and him at the dumb office. Foggy's complaining about getting wheels of cheese and food. Daredevil's like, whatever, Foggy, shut up. We're going to this damn party. Oh, because Foggy thinks I'm a +1 kind of guy. Take me with the party with you.
Because he doesn't want to go.
Yeah. And unless you're invited you, she wants you. Just go, Daredevil. They're still talking. Oh, Ben Affleck's wearing contacts in this movie too, which is
like blue milky contacts, and
it's dedication.
Apparently he couldn't really see out of them or whatever.
Yeah. He seems blind in this movie too. If that makes sense. Like the way his mannerisms are.
Yeah, I mean he couldn't see. So
now I am getting to him and Elektra rooftop rain dance sequence.
Nope, my next scene is them at the party.
See, the way you describe this movie sounds much better paced. It's just more cohesive.
And you said they sleep together. I don't think they sleep together in this entire version.
I prefer it that way. I don't like them sleeping together. Like they're in this movie, their love feels so shoehorned into it. Oh man. Okay, but yeah. So did you already describe the rain dance thing? The rain scene?
I didn't describe it. I just said the famous rain dance scene, even though there's no dance in it.
Do you want to describe it or want me to describe it?
You can describe it. It's your review.
Yeah, fair. So Ben and Jen, did they ever date in real life? Ben, Jen.
No, you're thinking of Jennifer Lopez.
No, he didn't date her.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Aniston. No,
that was Brad Pitt.
Jennifer Lopez. Who the f*** is Jennifer Lopez? She's in. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So there's Jennifer, Elektra, and then Daredevil on top of the roof. He's filling up her pendant. She's got like a love luck pendant. He's like, oh man, I should get this in Braille.
It was a pendant given to her by her mother.
Oh, okay. And it's like, this is nice. I wish I could have it in Braille. She's like, okay, I remember this for later in the movie. And
did they talk about how her mother was killed in front of her?
Kingpin says that to the dad before he kills him later in the movie.
She says she tells Matt that her mother died when she was young, and Matt asks how, and she was murdered in front of her.
No, that's weird. Because here they're just talking, and he's saying, oh, it's going to rain soon. I can feel the temperature. I can smell it. So let's leave. Like, no, it's the only way I can see you. I want to see how you look. And it rains. She looks beautiful to him. They kiss.
Not in my version.
What happens in your version?
I told you. They don't have. He walks away, go save that guy earlier.
Man. So after this, Matt Murdock meets reporter. Then
I didn't get that either. I'm at the party right now.
Oh yeah, he's there at the party. It's where he meets the reporter at the party.
Okay. And this is where Ehrlich says, "Call me" or something.
Yeah. So they have sex in my movie.
They don't do it in this one.
They had the 2000s montage of the bodies rubbing in the fireplace in the background. He's happy.
Nope.
He actually smiles happily in this movie. Finally.
Nope.
Wow.
We do get a smile while they're dancing, but that's it.
So yeah, now we get to the party scene. He meets the reporter. Reporter says, "Hey, blind guy, I need to talk to you later because I have more stuff on Daredevil possibly." Foggy's like, "Whatever, this is my guy. Don't talk to him." And then they come across Wilson Fisk.
Well, Foggy directs him to Wilson Fisk because he's rich.
Oh, during the scene where the reporter meets the Daredevil, he comes across. He sees Daredevil's seeing eye king. He's like, "Oh, I like the color." It's like, I wouldn't know. Daredevil says that. Comes up later. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah.
So now we meet Daredevil and Foggy meets up with Wilson Fisk, and wow. And Fisk is trying to, Foggy's trying to get Daredevil and himself become clients for Fisk. And it's like, Fisk is like, I would like to have fresh meat. Daredevil's like, no. We only defend people who are innocent. Daredevil, wait, did you not get this?
I got it.
Okay.
And Wilson Fisk says nobody's innocent.
I like him in this movie a lot.
Yeah.
So
that's why I got all that prelude out of the way earlier.
No, this movie was really well casted, actually. Even Jon Favreau as Foggy is not my favorite, but he's good at it.
Well, no, I think the problem is the Daredevil show has a better cast.
That's the thing, yeah.
This is really good, well cast. It's just that's a better cast and a better fit.
Exactly. I guess also because they had more time to go into the characters and the actors too. This was just
that's fair too.
2 hours for you, an hour some change for me. Either way, they're both well casted things. I had to get this. I had to say that. Anyways, Daredevil sees Elektra, kind of, and is not their Elektra vision, and walks up to her. They kiss. They dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do dance. Yeah, they dance. She sees his milky eyes. Sorry, like, you look so pretty. You're like, you look so pretty too. And this is while they're dancing, Wilson Fisk comes up to Elektra's dad and says,
"Did you not get a scene where Bullseye uses like a drill bit to kill a guy and steal his motorcycle?"
I get the motorcycle, but I don't get.
Yeah, the scene cuts to a guy with like a drill bit in his forehead, and then Bullseye getting on the motorcycle and driving away.
You know what I get? I cut while this is happening. I just cut the Bullseye on the motorcycle. That's it.
Well, that's probably one of the things that was cut for R.
Can I borrow a copy of the movie, TJ?
Sure.
I really don't want to watch this again, but I really want to watch that version of this movie now. I've always heard it was better, but like, yeah, sure. I believe you guys. So I guess it's like the first case of the Snyder Cut for Marvel movies, huh?
I guess. I've never seen the Snyder version. I'm not convinced. I don't care what people said that's better. Because that movie is shit. And it might be better, but shit is only mildly better than really shit.
See, you say this, but now that after watching this and hearing your version, I believe them more so now. I just don't want to watch a 4-hour movie. That's the only thing I have against that. I don't want to watch a 4-hour or some change movie.
The 4-hour Snyder Cut movie has Jared Leto, so I'm against it.
I like Jared Leto.
His Joker is terrible. It's the worst Joker.
It's not the worst Joker.
It's the worst Joker.
It's a bad Joker, but it's also a good Joker, in my opinion.
No, the 66 Joker is better than that Joker.
Yes, he's a fun Joker. I think Jared Leto. I like Jared. I like that shitty laugh with a hand smile.
Nope, I hate that Joker. Is the worst Joker.
Man, you're cynical.
No, worst. You're just. We already proved how wrong you are, so it's okay.
The worst Joker.
When we get to it,
by far is Mark Hamill. I'm just gonna say it now. Call it a day.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to get some viewers to hate me. That's all.
Yeah. You don't even believe it. You have no conviction behind that.
Mark Hamill's a great Joker. Anyways, let's talk about Batman. Let's give it to Daredevil. They're dancing. Oh, Wilson Fisk is talking to Papa Nacho, saying, remember something about killing his wife. I'm going to do it to you now. It was good meeting you.
Well, he didn't kill his wife. He says it's a shame that your daughter had to see
her mother die in front of her eyes.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It was a threat.
Yeah. And she's got to see it again tonight. And then he puts a rose into the guy's... Was that ever a calling call for Kingpin? A rose?
I don't think so. I think that was specifically for this movie.
Because I hated it. Because it always smelling roses.
It was there so that we can pick up that he killed his dad earlier. Yeah. It's so stupid.
So he puts a rose in the guy's front jacket pocket and walks away. Papa Nacho is scared. Gets his guys. Nacho leaves with him. Party's over. Car ride. Oh, no, I get the guy with the thing in his head. So I got that. I'm sorry, TJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was interspersed between the dancing and stuff, though.
It was a quick scene, so I didn't pick up on it at first.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to play with drill, but I just saw the guy drop on the ground and then that. But anyways, on the drive home, we see Bullseye being crazy on the motorcycle, driving fast, hands free, getting ready to meet up with Papa Nacho. Papa Nacho's afraid.
And Daredevil's on the rooftops running.
Which is he super fast too, I guess?
He's got a hand speed.
He's running as fast as damn limo.
I mean, he's got a hand speed. He's not flash fast.
That's fast, man. That's really fast. That's like what, 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour? I can do 2 miles an hour.
So he runs as fast as a cougar.
That's fast.
Okay, he's a superhero.
Yeah, but that's fast, bro. Anyways, as he's running and getting chased, Bullseye throws some stuff at the limo, makes the limo crash to a newspaper truck, killing the 2 drivers and guards.
Well, the throwing stars killed the drivers and guards,
but Papa Nacho gets out the car? Or no? Who gets out first?
Well, no. Daredevil jumps down and intercepts him.
Yes, and starts fighting
and then
Bullseye.
Yeah, he makes Bullseye miss.
Yeah, Bullseye's like, I can't. I miss. I don't miss. I never miss. And then he goes running. Bullseye drives the motorcycle towards Daredevil. Daredevil runs at him. There's a weird front flip kick. Kicks Bullseye.
This is probably the worst
CGI
in the movie.
Yeah, it looks like a bad video game.
This is that Blade 2 CGI.
The Matrix 2/3 Mr. Smith's fight Miss Neo. Yeah, it's just bad. He kicks Bullseye off the motorcycle and lands, grabs for his cane, doesn't have it because Bullseye somehow got it out of his pocket. And Bullseye's like, you looking for this? As he throws it at Papa Nacho. There's an explosion as Daredevil jumps for it to catch the cane. An explosion sets off Daredevil's vision, so he doesn't know which one he's grabbing. He sees multiple canes, grabs the wrong one, falls to the ground. The cane penetrates Papa Nacho, killing him. Elektra's sad, and she starts shooting at Daredevil because I guess she thinks that he did it.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Yeah, because she saw him not do it, right?
Well, the impression I got, because she's on the ground.
Yes.
And I guess she didn't see Bullseye do it. But bullshit, she didn't see Bullseye at all.
Exactly.
It's like, this is ridiculous. And it's just a forced contrivance to make her think Daredevil's the bad guy.
Yes.
You could have had the same storyline with her just going after Bullseye instead.
Exactly.
But no, they just wanted her to fight freaking Daredevil so we can make a contrived moment later.
Anyways, Papa Nacho's dead. Jennifer Garner shoots at Daredevil, missing every shot. Sad that her dad just died. Sad that Daredevil just killed her dead. And that scene. Oh, Daredevil's sad now because he gets back to his apartment home. It's just bashing it. What else? Detectives come and see what happened. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that sequence. If she had anything else.
I did notice that it rains an awful lot in this movie.
It's like I said, it's really dark and rainy in this movie.
But I think the next scene is Bullseye goes to Wilson Fisk.
No, for me, I have Confession. Ben Affleck goes to Confession.
Oh no, I don't got that.
And then
scene.
we go to a funeral sequence.
No.
Wow, really? So I get a funeral sequence. Papa Nacho's being buried. We at the funeral is his daughter Elektra, Kingpin with Wow, and Daredevil, or not Daredevil, Ben Affleck as Matt Murdock. So pretty much everyone's there. She says some things to Daredevil. He says some things back. So, I love you. But she's leaving. I gotta leave. It starts raining. It's
Wait,
sunny.
What did she say?
It's sunny, and then she says, "I'm leaving. I gotta get out of here. Papa Nacho's dead or some shit." He says, "No, I love you. You guys stay." He's like, "I gotta get out of here."
Well, no, she was like,
I'm doing my own thing or what? I'm getting revenge.
In my version, she says, "I want revenge."
Okay.
And he's like, it's not gonna make you feel better. I know.
Oh, really?
Which doesn't make any sense because he didn't avenge his dad yet. But okay,
that's
whatever. And then it starts raining.
Yes, I get rain too.
And he's like, you can. And she's like, I don't have anything left. And he says, yes, you do. You can stay with me.
Okay.
Stay with me. And then she just puts the umbrella up and walks away.
Yeah. After that, I get to the forensic science scene. What do you get?
Nope, I didn't get to the funeral scene yet.
Okay, so that's my funeral scene. What do you have?
I got Bullseye's waiting in the office for Wilson Fisk.
I get the sequence later. It's so dumb. Continue.
And he killed a guard, and he's like, Wilson Fisk tells Bullseye he wants him to kill Elektra, and he's like, but I want the devil too, and I'll do it for free, and I also want a costume.
Yeah. Which doesn't.
But this is also outside. It's like daylight and it's raining.
Yeah, weird. So stupid. What do you get? What do you get after that? Do you get a funeral then?
After that, I get Foggy in court with Coolio's on the stand now.
Might as well talk about that.
But Matt's not there because he's at the funeral.
Oh, okay.
And Foggy's doing a really bad job trying to defend Coolio because, the notes are in Braille.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's like, and then he asks Coolio, you never own a handgun, right? Nope. And then he goes like, different versions of asking about handguns. He's like, nope. And then Coolio afterwards says, but a shotgun, I would own a shotgun because that shoots people, making himself look really bad.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's funny.
Yeah, but like idiot bad, not like he's a bad guy.
Is Coolio a good actor in this movie? Like, is he?
I mean, he plays his role fine. Okay. And like, there's like Foggy asks him, "You don't remember the incident, right?" He's like, "No, I was smoking a lot of weed."
Because weed's bad. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he plays an idiot.
Yeah. Pothead.
Down on his luck guy. Pretty okay. It's not bad.
Okay.
And then we cut to the funeral.
Okay, and after your funeral, what do you get?
Ben Ehrlich shows up at the funeral.
See, for me, he shows up at the forensic science place. I don't think he shows up at the funeral for me.
He shows up at the funeral and talks to Matt Murdock. And Matt's like, what do you want? And he tries to get away in a cab, but he's like, I want to talk about your client. And this is where he says, your client's not guilty. I had that girl, Lisa Tyro, that got murdered. She was my informant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is where he explains all that.
This movie sounds so much better.
And then he's like, and Matt's like, okay, that's great and all, but how does that help me? And then he says, well, that cop who was on the stand just bought a Mercedes on his salary. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, we cut to said cop leaving like a strip joint, a little drunk, getting into his Mercedes. But Matt Murdock shows up out of Daredevil costume and pretty much pushes him in the car, handcuffs him to the steering wheel, and like drives his car back and forth.
What? Like
into another car and into another thing, trying to get him to confess and stuff. And he does. He confesses that, Wilson Fisk runs everything.
Oh my God, this sounds so much better.
He runs everything and stuff, and then he opens up his shirt like, how did you lie? And apparently the cop has a pacemaker on. That's why he couldn't tell he was lying.
Oh my God, that's so good. TJ, that's so good. TJ, that's so good. Wow. Oh my goodness. What the why'd they cut this on the movie?
Because you didn't get the Coolio scenes. This was him. He lied on the stand earlier.
Though. Oh my God. That's so like, wow. I hate to pull a Man, studio interference sometimes is really shitty. It can be good. Like, I'm not totally against studio interference, but what the man?
And what was your next scene?
The forensic science scene.
I'm still not there because then we cut back to the office where Foggy's alone with Karen, and they haven't heard anything from Matt. And this is where they discovered that the mom 6'9" was upside down, and she turns it around and says, "Oh, look, data thing."
Then what happens?
And then it's the forensic science scene.
Man.
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think I've seen this version before.
No, I know I haven't.
Because I like this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to.
You bum. I'm really upset. Like, our reviews, our final number ratings are going to be so different.
Oh, yeah, my score is much higher than I thought it was going to be.
Mine's pretty on par with what I thought would be, honestly. But, man, I'm upset. Anyways, at the forensic scene, what's the guy's name?
Which guy?
Detective.
Ben Ehrlich?
Ben Ehrlich. Ben Ehrlich is talking to Kevin Smith, who's playing
Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby, yes, thank you.
Who is a famous comic book writer.
Which, of course, Kevin Smith would be playing that. Love Kevin Smith. Anyways, the detective is bribing Kirby with some money to see the evidence and show him something new. Kevin Smith gives a rundown. Here's the thing, and here's how it works. Here's this button, there's this, and there's this, and there's this, and there's this. Pretty cool, right? Get out of my office. And that's what happens.
That's
for the most part.
I mean, he was like, he showed him the cane. He's like, I've seen it before. Give me my money back.
Yeah. He's like, oh, it's pretty weird that it does this, this, and this. And then this last thing he does, that's right, you're right. Thank you, TJ. It pops open to the seeing eye cane. And that's when the guy's like, oh, this is interesting.
And then my next scene is Everessence.
I think so. No, my next scene is that I hate you. Hate you so much. You're just saying so much better. My scene is the bullseye meeting of Kingpin after he killed the guy's guards, and I want a cape, or I want a costume, that whole sequence.
Nope. Mine already happened.
And then I think I do have the Everessence scene. Yeah, mine is the Everessence, because that she's fighting. When we get to me, no. Then I have, why do they botch it so much? Then I have the detectives talking to Daredevil because he says, the thing about Kingpin, he doesn't just kill the victim, he kills the whole family.
He does say that.
Yes, he says, get to your girlfriend, save her. That's pretty much says. He's going for Elektra.
Right. So, yeah.
And then I get the Everessence scene of Elektra and her Elektra gear, her katana. What are they called?
Size.
Size, yeah. And she's fighting some sandbags and just cutting to pieces, making a mess in her room.
And the sparse with Daredevil getting dressed up. Right?
Yes. And the last sandbag she kills has Daredevil painted on it.
Very poorly.
Yes. Well, the sequence is pretty good, actually. I like this sequence. I thought I would hate it because the song was playing. Like, okay, I heard the song thousands of times.
But I like that song.
I've heard it to death, so I'm like, it's a song I've heard. But the sequence is great.
I don't really listen to the stations that play that song, so I haven't heard it in years.
That's fair. See, to me, once I hear a song 1,000 times, no matter how long ago it was, I'm going to hate that song. I feel bad, but that's how it happens. Even this movie, even though this is the weaker version of the movie, it's still a good movie. Now we cut to Daredevil coming to an alley.
Well, I got Bullseye.
All three of them are like kind of meeting up, but like,
yeah, they're converging on the
rooftop.
The rooftop scene. Yeah,
two of them know they're getting there, I guess. The other one, they don't know Bullseye's going to be there. Daredevil meets up with Elektra. He tries to talk to her like, "Hey, I don't know what happened.
Wait. How do they all know where each other is?"
I was just going to say that. Like, I missed something.
Because Elektra's hunting Daredevil. Daredevil's hunting Elektra trying to find Bullseye, and Bullseye's hunting them both, but none of them know where each other is. They just all happen on top of the same rooftop.
That's really stupid. That's very some Shakespeare melodramatic theater shit. That's really weird. Yeah.
It's very contrived.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead. Explain this scene, because I have a lot to talk about.
So do I. So, during this scene, Daredevil's like walking through some linens that are hanging to dry. Elektra comes up, surprises him, starts attacking. And he's like, wait. I didn't kill your dad. This isn't cool. Stop. She doesn't do it. She stops. She hits him a few times and stabs him on his chest area. Shoulder. As he's wounded and going down, like, I want to see the face of the man who killed my dad before I kill him. Unmasks him, and oh no, it's Ben Affleck. It's my kind of boyfriend guy. I'm so sorry. Then we hear a whistle in the background. I'm like, oh, who was that? And he's like, that's Bullseye. He's not going to kill your dad. He's going to kill you. Get out of here. I'll distract him or something. She's like, no, I got to kill him. She goes to fight Bullseye one-on-one.
I do like that she puts his mask back on.
So do I. Yes. Let's good details in this movie. They're fighting. She's fighting Bullseye. Bullseye kicks her ass. Oh, before she throws her scythe at him, Bullseye dodges off. He catches it. And he looks at it and throws it back at her. She goes to catch it, like, I could do it too. Goes through her hand, and it's like, oh, big reveal. Like, it's in her hand. And then they start having a fight. He kicks the shit out of her, takes a scythe, and stabs her in the chest with it. Cops come, and he walks away.
Did you get him pulling the ace of spades out of his thing and
I'm sorry.
slit her throat? Yeah. And when she stabbed her through the side, did it go, like, all the way through?
Oh, through her? Yes.
Yeah, like, did you see it?
I love that.
Okay, just making sure.
I love that so much.
Because that's a famous scene in the comic books. And this is where I'm going to bring up some comic lore.
Okay, I want to sit back and relax.
This scene did not play out like this in the comics.
Okay, so how did it play out in the comics?
Bullseye did not kill her dad. Her dad's not even a character.
In the comics?
Yeah, no. It's made up for this.
Really? Okay.
So, Bullseye was, for like a day, Kingpin's head assassin. And then he got beat by Daredevil and locked up Kingpin. So and then it was like a joke throughout comics that he kept trying to become Kingpin's assassin.
A joke or like a running theme?
Like a running joke. Like he tries to be his assassin, but always fails to accomplish the mission that allows him to be it. And then Electric becomes Kingpin head assassin.
Oh. And
he kills her so he can take the top spot.
Okay.
Instead of this whole I killed your dad thing, revenge plotline thing, Kingpin's gonna kill you for stuff. But no, Bullseye did it on his own.
I like that.
So this whole thing is just, they wanted that famous scene where she got stabbed with the sai, and this is how they got there.
Okay.
Continue.
Oh, that's it? I thought you had more.
No, it's just, it was all very contrived and very, how do we get here while connecting this in this single movie when it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No.
Gotcha. So yeah, she's stabbed. She's dying. Daredevil says some Daredevil stuff. With love, love, love. Just I'll see you next time or later.
Actually, I didn't get that either. No. She crawled over and said, "Help me," and that was her last words.
They have a face-to-face last words.
No. She gets stabbed. Bullseye kisses her. The cops are coming up. She crawls over and says, "Help me." And Bullseye's like, "Don't leave me. Stay with me." And she dies.
Interesting. Okay. No, yeah, I get some last words from both of them.
And then he slowly hears her heartbeat stop.
I didn't pick up on that, but that's probably true. Which is that's I mean,
they show it.
Let me see that now.
They show the heartbeat stopping like they did earlier with his dad.
No, yeah, I do see that. Yeah, okay, yeah. I would hate to have that power. It's so sad and morbid. That's really depressing.
And now they think Kingpin Daredevil killed her too.
Cops are after him. They start shooting at him. He escapes. But he's bloody because he's got wounded from her. And now we get to the dumb beginning of the movie where it's like, okay.
Yeah, we cut back to the beginning of the movie.
Shit so much. So dumb. That's the 5 minutes right there. He's talking to father. Father says, I don't want this. Oh, this is the Daredevil shit. Okay, yeah. And there's a church fight scene because Bullseye's not done.
You said Daredevil shit.
That's the part where father says, I'm not a fan of the costume.
I don't get that.
Really?
No, because he's like, you know my secret now, Father. And he's like, well, God grants mercy on everybody. And he's like, no, I'm the one that grants mercy on people. Yeah. But he doesn't say that
no.
The mask thing.
In this one, he says what you just said. He says, also, I'm not a fan of the costume, the get up, whatever. I'm not a fan. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Wow, that's funny.
And then Bullseye comes in.
And Daredevil's going to fight him, all wounded, because he's magically healed, I guess, by power of God's love. And they have a good fight scene. They fight. Daredevil gets his ass kicked for a little bit.
Because of the noises.
Yeah. Bullseye figured out that Daredevil's weakness is noise, kind of like Venom. And so he starts hitting the pipe organs and all that shit. It's just making lots of noises. And it makes lots of noises. Halfway through the fight, tables turn, and Daredevil starts kicking Bullseye's ass. He catches Bullseye has something in his hand, actually. Goes down to hit him with Daredevil with it, and Daredevil catches it. And Daredevil hears a sniper shooting a bullet. Bullseye has Daredevil on his back, about to beat him with a club or something. Goes in a wail on him. Daredevil catches the thing. And as Daredevil's holding it, as Bullseye is trying to force it down onto him, Daredevil hears a sniper from across the road fire a bullet.
Because the cops showed up and have the place surrounded.
Yeah. The bullet comes in. Daredevil pulls in. Bullseye's just at a good angle, so the bullet penetrates both of Bullseye's hands, making him not Bullseye. And he starts pleading, "You got my hands. Mercy, please." And Daredevil's like, no mercy for you. Takes Bullseye and just throws him out the window.
He does throw Bullseye out a window in the comics, too.
Dark. I just didn't expect Daredevil to be like that. I like it, but I just did not expect this. because the guy's pleading for mercy. Doesn't deserve it, but he's pleading for mercy. Daredevil throws him out the window, and the guy, Bullseye lands on the detective's car. And it's like, and that's it for him for the most part. Daredevil disappears. He jumps across from building to building and disappear. He's going to Kingpin. Oh, because during the fight, Bullseye monologued. It's like, yeah, this is Kingpin. He's Kingpin. He killed your girl. He killed her dad. Blah, 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 blah. He did all this. And he hired me to get you. He just told him the whole movie.
Pretty much.
And then Daredevil does that. Then he goes after Kingpin. And he gets to Kingpin's office. Starts to have a brawl with Kingpin.
Wait, you didn't get the scene with just the Kingpin and Wesley? Kingpin's like, Wesley's like...
Does he kill Wesley?
Wesley comes in and says, we got some bad news, and Kingpin's like, okay, yeah. And then he's like, send all the guards away. This is something you can't understand.
Yes. I'm from the Bronx. I know how to fight, essentially.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. This is also, after that scene, though, I cut back to the detectives, and Ben Affleck goes up to the lead detective and is like, I need to talk to you. He's like, look, can't you see I'm busy here, but I have evidence about who the Kingpin is.
See, I don't think I know he talks to him, but I don't think he ever says who.
He got an anonymous tip about the whole situation that leads to Wilson Fisk.
Where do they get the evidence from?
From Foggy.
Where do you get it from?
The apartment.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't get any of that. Anyways, Daredevil's fighting Kingpin. Kingpin's fighting Daredevil.
And I still got another scene before that.
Talk to me.
Wesley's like in a bar drinking, and a cop shows up and says, I want to talk to you about the murder of Lisa Tizo. And he's like, I want my lawyer. And then the cop says, fine, I'll talk to you. Listen, then we can discuss your plea deal.
Really? What happens then? Then
we cut to Daredevil and Kingpin fighting.
Okay. So yeah, I get none of that, but I do get a Kingpin Daredevil fight. They fight. Kingpin beats the shit out of Daredevil. Beats the shit out of him some more. And he monologues a little bit as Daredevil's just laying there wounded. His Kingpin
monologues about how he's stupidly connected to him in 10 different ways.
I'm connected. I wish I fought you at your prime. I hate that you're here weakened. And goes in for our final blow as the Daredevil kicks a water pipe thing because he can see where the water pipes are. Sprays Wilson Fisk so he can see him more accurately. Maneuvers around him, kicks him in the knees, breaking his knees. So I always love that move. And Fisk goes down on his knees in pain and in misery. And Daredevil says to him as he grabs the pipe, I thought about doing this since I was 12 years old or whatever old he was. Lands the pipe down next to his head, but like, I'm the good guy. I'm not going to do it.
It's better here than normally. I killed 30,000 people to get to this point, but I'm not going to save it. But he's like him, like saying that, okay, maybe I am the bad guy, and then coming through and realizing it. It's still kind of cliche, though.
Yeah, it's very, because we see it the deaths done so many times now at this point. I think even before this point. But yeah, Daredevil's unmasked at this point, and Wilson Fisk like, oh, the blind lawyer, really? But yeah. So Daredevil's like, I won't leave you alive. And Wilson Fisk's like, I'll tell everyone who you are. It's like, you go for it. You're going to really say a blind guy beat your ass, Wilson Fisk? I'm not going to believe it. You're not going to own up to that. And that's pretty much the end of the fight and the alteration. And, okay, so Foggy, the next day after the whole thing, or a few days later, Daredevil and Foggy are at a bar at their...
Not what I got. Coolio.
Tell me what happened.
Coolio is free. He thanks them, and he's like, no one, would thought even twice about helping me, but you guys did, thank you. And then he goes and shakes Foggy's hand like 3 times and hugs him like 3 times over and over and over again.
Really?
Yep.
Man, I'm so upset. Then what happens? Then
we get him talking to Matt and the thing about the Kingpin and alligators and stuff.
Oh, again. Yeah. There's a whole running joke about alligators in the sewers. I never found it funny, but yeah, whatever. They're at their diner, eating, drinking. A lady walks in. A beautiful lady walks in, make conversation. He's like, is it Elektra? It's not. Which I don't think why he would think it's her, because he saw her die.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're in this spot where they met, and,
I guess.
That memories, you just kind of, corner of your eye, think that you see that person,
True. Foggy's like, you okay? Like, Daredevil's, yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna get some air. Daredevil goes for a walk. He goes past the park they fought at. And what's hanging in the park? It's a love charm that he saw. It was on Elektra, but it's actually in Braille. What?
It's not what I got.
What'd you get?
The next scene is him outside the church.
Church?
Yeah, and the father's like, I guess we'll see you next Sunday. And Matt's like, probably not. And starts to walk away. And then Ben Affleck shows up and says, hey, I know you're Daredevil, essentially, and I'm going to write this article about it. And Matt Murdock's like, if you write that, it's going to destroy me. And he's like, sorry, but I'm a reporter. That's what I do. And then he walks away.
Wow, no way.
And then it shows Kingpin and Wesley in jail. Yep. And then it shows Bullseye in like intensive care. He's like got broken legs and stuff.
You know what's funny? I have a post-credit scene, and that's that.
What Bullseye?
Yes, with a fly with him.
Yeah, that's here.
That's a post-credit scene in this movie. A mid-credit scene.
No, I don't got a post-credit scene.
That's literally a mid-credit scene. It's him and the thing, he throws the thing and the fly kills it, right?
Yeah, a needle.
That's so dumb.
And then I get Matt finding the charm, but it's not at the playground. It's on the roof.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, it is on the roof. I'm sorry. Yes, it's on the roof.
It is on the roof, and the charm's in Braille, I think.
Yes, it's the Braille charm he was talking about earlier, yes.
I don't think it was in Braille earlier.
He said to her, I want this in Braille.
Yeah, and she got it to him. And then what happens for you?
And then I get the scene where the detectives, or the reporter, is writing out the thing on his memoir, the thing on Daredevil. He gets to the last sequence. There's a voiceover from Daredevil the whole time.
There's no voiceover for me. He's just right. Oh, yes, there is a voiceover. You're right.
It's like, the suit's going to be safe with me here as long as no one keeps my secret. And the guy's like, you know what? He gets to the end of the sentence. He's like, I'm going to push delete. And for some reason, delete goes backspace the whole time up. And deletes the whole thing.
He holds the delete button.
Stupid. Just exiting out, saving it. Whatever. It's just too much work. And he deletes the thing, walks out. He sees Daredevil looking down on him. I did the right thing, Daryl. He says, go get him, champ.
He says, go get him, Matt.
Matt?
Yeah, he looks up, he sees Daredevil, who's looking down on him. He says, go get him, Matt. And then Daredevil goes off, which I thought was a pretty nice ending, actually.
And then fade to black. And then credits roll, and then I get that post-credits sequence, and then more credits.
Don't get the post-credits sequence. I just end.
Man. And that's Daredevil, both ways, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of upset I got this version now. I'm really upset, because I did thoroughly enjoy this movie.
I liked it. I enjoyed my version. That's for sure.
It sounded like you did, you son of a bitch. It's a good movie overall. Casting's really good. Like you said, the TV show has better casting, weirdly, but this casting from this movie, this time period.
I wouldn't say even weirdly. I think it's because Marvel knows how to cast their characters.
Yes, they do. This is pretty, well, the version I had, it's well made, but even before you told me you had the other version, this was chopped down. I could definitely tell, like, this is really kind of unevenly paced at points. But overall, it's a decent movie you should watch. I would recommend watching TJ's version, but if you do get the hands on this version, watch it. It's not bad. What you got?
So what's your number?
I don't want to put anything first?
No, I don't have anything. I said everything I had to say.
Fair. My number for this version I watched, the 2003, the 100 hour 44 version, I gave mine a 4 out of 10. It's just under average for me. Like, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
Like, I didn't hate this. It was just like, it was chopped up to death to make it not 5 or 6. So 4 out of 10. What about for you?
I'm at a high 6, leaning towards a 7.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Even after going over it again?
Yeah, well, actually going back over again made me want to change it to a 7.
Because of my version is being weaker than yours?
Yeah, because your version being so much weaker than mine.
That's funny, because after hearing your version of it, like, man, I'll make this a 3 or 2. But I can't do that because I got to judge what I saw, not what I hear.
But judging by your version of it, the pacing in your movie seems really off.
It is. Like I said, I definitely noticed it while watching it. But it was kind of forgiving because it wasn't distractingly bad off, if that makes sense. I don't know how to phrase that.
Like, going into it, I didn't think it was going to be make much of a difference what versions we watch. I just like, oh, this one just has extra scenes. I don't need to take detailed notes on this. But then you're like missing 4 scenes in a row in certain shots. It's like, oh.
I missed the whole Coolio subplot, which I thought, reading into the Wikipedia and the behind the scenes, like, okay, Coolio, not going to be good. But you describing it to me like, damn, I want to see this now. Much more than I saw mine.
I enjoyed the movie. It's definitely a high 6. I can't quite bring myself to give it a 7.
No, that's fair. So at the weakest people, it's a 4. At the strongest, it's a 6. So on average, it's a 5.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I felt. It's like a middle-of-the-road movie overall. Anything else?
No, I'm talking to these idiots.
Along with you.